The 1-minute snippets for Semi Final 1 at Melodifestivalen have been released. They were released yesterday, and now I'm just going to go straight into my notes about each of the 1-minute snippets. I'll try and get through it as quick as possible because I know how very intense these videos can be in the end. So let's start with Nano straight away. I loved Nano when he participated last time in Melodifestivalen, and I loved his song, and this time the song definitely feels the same. It's a very typical Nano song, which may be construed as negative, but considering how many acts that are similar to Nano in Melodifestivalen, not many. So if he brings the same type of genre and style and vocal ability, it's just going to be his style that, people will like, and he liked them last time because first in the televote, no problem. Yeah, it's the sense that it might feel repetitive for the Swedish audience. It might hinder him, but if the staging and the vocals and the overall package of the song is done better, then I think it will get a better chance of going through into the final. For me, I don't think I fully heard a through line with the clip, as in this is the natural progression of the song. It felt like it went from this bit to another bit I wasn't expecting, and then it was going to go to the payoff and to the drop and to the chorus, but I don't think it was there yet. It still holds potential for me. It holds a massive amount of potential because I know what he can do, and I know what type of song he delivers, and I know that I will love it. Compared to Hold On, I probably preferred Hold On a little bit more because I'm more of a fan of D&B, drum and bass at these types of competitions because it's not that common. But I think he'll still do very well. Moving on very quickly onto High 15, they're definitely trying to achieve that Little Mix vibe of these groups of girls getting together and giving that power song about not being involved in drama, even though they clearly want to be involved in the drama. It's just not quite getting there for me in this 1-minute clip. It might pay off in the staging, but I don't think it will when this could hold it back. The song in itself could hold it back. The instrumental, I don't mind actually. I quite enjoy it. It's very Margaret from last year, in My Cabana, and I enjoyed that song quite well. But at the end, you hear a very small amount of where that chorus will go, and I do not like it. I absolutely do not like where that chorus is going to go. It's just going to go into, talk singing, shout singing, that type of thing, and I just don't think that's very good for this type of thing. I feel like you need that strong melodical chorus. And also, I heard the lyrics and I had to look them up to understand what they was talking about, and I feel like they're a little bit too sketchy for me. I don't know why. I just feel like there's not quite something there that adds up, and I don't know. It's going to be a bit of a... I'm just going to back away from that one very carefully. This is definitely one of those songs where the age-segmented voting is going to pay a lot of either it will hurt or help them, because it will be very interesting to see what demographic those will be voting for and how much of a share it will have. I'm still very... It's going to be fun on the night trying to understand Swedish, trying to understand the new voting system. It'll be really fun. Now we get on to Victoria. I've loved her previous 2 songs, definitely loved As I Lay Me Down. There's big staging and big vocals and big hair, which is always something I appreciate, and I really enjoyed it last time. I feel like the song will have a bigger impact and, a bigger feel to it later on in the song. It's going to be one of those ballad songs that linearly, got there in the end, grows upwards and outwards and will explode in the final chorus, and it will definitely show off her vocals and show off her range, especially considering it's not exactly a typical genre for her to do in a public setting like this, especially Melodifestivalen. I think it will pay off in the end, I really do. I have hope and I have faith in the staging and in her vocal ability for it to pay off. I will be looking at the heart the entire time instead of the staging, just because I'm so petrified about it. Next up we have Zena featuring Anis Don Demina. I hyped them up a lot in my announcement video because I knew Anis Don Demina has done work with Axel Kjellström, and that, again, it's just a tick in my book. And the hype was absolutely lived up to. Oh my god, when I listened to this song, it was like, oh, I'm definitely going to listen to that again, over and over. It's literally... The chorus is great, but that verse bit really catches me. How specific it is, how precise it is, how fast-paced the vocals are, how fast-paced the instrumentation is. It all just kind of piles in this really great package, and that's without even seeing it. It's the energy that I want in a song. There's plenty of energetic songs going out in this semi-final, but it's the type of energetic song that I want to feel. And it's definitely going to go on my Spotify playlist later on, whether it goes to Andra Chansen or Melodifestivalen Final. it's gonna go somewhere because it's definitely something I want to listen to over and over. And then we go to Arya Sayonma, hoping the Jays are wise still in Finland. The first of the very obligatory variety acts, you know, these typical acts that you have going on in Melodifestivalen to keep up the diversity, keep the Swedish audience happy, you know, mix it up a little bit. It's also one of these acts that is definitely never going to go through, just judging on the very typical voting patterns of the last years of Melodifestivalen. But despite the song being weirdly Italian and then caught me off throughout the clip, it's gonna be the most interesting song to look at the age demographic and the age segmented voting for, because I'm going to be very interested to see where those, you know, demographics lie and how much of an effect this new type of voting will have, because it might turn everything on its head. She might go to director finale and there's going to be 1,000 videos about it. It's just going to be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to that. Penultimately, we have Mohombi. It's a song where the picture doesn't really fit. I wasn't expecting it to go there. I thought it was going to be a little bit more croony, a little bit more jazzy, you know, with a very nice dapper look on him and the sequined bow tie. But I'm all right with that. I'm all right with where it went. I quite like the style and I quite like the way the chorus hit. I think it could go further. I think it has a little bit more potential than I originally thought on the second and third listen. I feel like it could go somewhere else with the vocals and with the chorus, could mix it up a little bit, and I don't know. It's only 1 minute. I can't really have a full potential of it yet, but I'll get to that later. Hopefully the big name will give it a little bit more of a boost in the voting and make it succeed, at least to Andra Chansen. I think it deserves a second chance, if that, if not straight to the final. And then we get to Anna Bergendahl. Now, this is the part of the video where I will get about twice as more dislikes than likes. Not because I'm not, what I'm saying right now is I appreciate the song and I appreciate the vocals and I appreciate where it can go, and I'm sure that it will click with me on the night, and I know there will be more to the song than this 1 minute clip, but it just hasn't clicked with me yet. I don't know what it is, but just something about it is not fully clicked with me. I should just give it a more listen and then appreciate it more, and all the other things that the fan favorites will be saying. The big name of this artist will help its chances too. I really do think that. But you should understand, when you see my rankings right at the end of this video, places 3, 4, and 5 are so incredibly close, which is annoying because that means one of them won't get through by their chances. And y'all already know who 5th is. I'm so sorry, but I'm very glad that I've, you know, cleared the air about it. Elephant in the room hasn't even walked in yet. So, without further ado, let's go and have a look at my rankings and my final thoughts. Okay, so semi-final 1 has been listened to. Now, my opinions on all of these songs are going to be a little bit vague, only because it's 60 seconds of audio instead of 180 seconds worth of performance, so I'm only going to get a third of what I think about the song, if that. I feel like this semi-final is pretty difficult to rank because it's a very strong pack with a little bit more variety than I anticipated. I really, from going from various different countries' national finals to Melodifestivalen, it's just a breath of fresh air. Based on everyone else's, this is definitely ranks above the rest, as you expect from Sweden. But again, it depends on how the audiences feel, whether they want that sugary coated, very well produced Swedish pop. What I noticed from this selection is there's a lot of high impact songs, but various different kinds, like Nano's heavy feeling beats that you typically hear from him, and then High 15's girl group energy, and then Ziana featuring Anis Don Demina's very fast paced, precise vocals with that beat behind it. This may cause the slower, more ballad-esque ones to stand out because of this common ground that some of the songs share. And then this goes back to my thoughts of this is very vague and anything can change among this ranking. The Melodifestivalen stage is absolutely key to every single performance. Every single song really depends on staging in Melodifestivalen because they really hone it down and they really get it precise, and whatever they have is usually what they send to Eurovision. So we should consider this as Eurovision staging. Do I hear a song here that's very good for Eurovision? Not necessarily, but again, it's so much to do with visuals, and we'll see the visuals on Friday, which should be fun. That'll keep me occupied for at least an hour and a half. I'll probably do a follow-up video on that as well. So thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for listening. This has been very, very quick and very, very rushed, if you cannot tell. But I'll see you for the next Eurovision song breakdown, whatever country that'll come under. See ya!